Good morning, this is Sean with Paradise Veggies. We're here in the garden and I'm going to explain to you my watering strategy and my plant spacing. First off, when I plant, we only have so much space here. So when I plant my plants, I want to plant them on the smallest amount of spacing that I can get away with so that I can get the most amount of plants. And I'll start with my my jalapeno bed here this morning. And I spaced my jalapenos at a foot apart. At first, somebody was telling me, oh, that's way too close. You're never gonna grow anything. This was somebody that's been gardening for a long time. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, because I'd done this before. And the first thing with planting your plants close enough is that when you start to water one plant, what's gonna happen in the ground is the water is gonna start to seep away from those roots. Well, if you planted your plants close enough, that water seepage in the ground is just going to be to the roots of that next plant, and that plant seepage is going to be back to that roots plant. So you're really maximizing your water use. Oh, butterfly or hummingbird. You're really maximizing your water efficiency. The second thing with making sure you're spacing on your plants is a good distance is each plant, it casts a shadow on the ground, which is going to help insulate, again, along with good effort with your soil, the water in that soil. The base of the plants are all shaded. So you can see right here, I think I have something like 30 jalapeno plants in this bed, and they're all spaced a foot apart. So that gets to my next part of the spacing. If I have a 4-foot bed and I space all my plants a foot apart, how many plants across can I fit? How many rows of plants can I fit? 4? No, 5. I start in the first bed, or I start the first row right in the middle of the bed, right? And instead of planting a foot away from that, in the middle of 2 plants at 6 inches away, a foot away from that, I plant another plant. So each plant's row, it's easy just to show you. So right here, this plant and this plant are a foot apart, right? But right in the middle, a foot away from that line of plants, is this plant. So that from this row to this row, the distance is 10.39 inches. But because I've staggered the plant space, see right here again, 1 foot in between these 2 plants, but this plant is planted, it's still planted a foot away from them, but it's on a triangle. So I guess the best thing to say is I plant on a 1 foot triangle. What's this allow me to do? It allows me to get the most amount of plants in this least amount of area. I think that's real important in Arizona because, like I said, the seepage in the ground for the water is going to be onto the next plant. So you're not going to lose anything. What is that? Oh, look. See? And I don't always put the right plant in the right space. This is a peppercini plant in the jalapeno plant bed. So, you don't always get it right. It's kind of a hobby if you get too serious about it. But, that is success point number 3, spacing them correctly. Now, watering. Actually, I'll make a second video for watering. All right, you guys have a great weekend.